Hello, and this is a presentation on the WP Smush Pro plugin by WPMUDEV. This is a premium plugin and you need to have a license from WPMUDEV to use it. However, our customers, we have purchased a full site license for our customers and therefore we've made it available to all of them. Now this product is all about compressing your graphics files to make them more efficient to load, quicker to load, and therefore to make your site better. It uses the Smush algorithm, which you can get if you access the Smush website directly, but this installation actually has a better set of features. WPMUDEV have their own servers doing this work, and that allows us to be able to compress images of up to 5 megabytes, whereas the smush.it site is only limited to 1 megabyte. And that explanation is probably going to be longer than the presentation on how to use this tool, because the tool is amazingly easy. At its simplest level, you can go to a site, and here's one I prepared earlier. Call up the Smush options from the media menu. You can choose to remove EXIF data, and you can have progressive optimization with JPEGs. If you are hoping to get good EXIF data from JPEGs, which means you've put the information in the JPEG about who it is and who wrote it, and you want to keep that for Google, then uncheck this option here. If you haven't optimized your images for Google, then it really won't make any difference. Then if I just do my trick of minimizing the scroll. Okay, so further down here we have, in this particular site, 150 attachments which could be smushed. So we just do a smush request, and the system will now go and process those smushes for us, and we will have an email, or you can return in a few minutes to see if your system is ready to receive back the smushed images. So in the greater tradition of presentations, I will now pause the presentation until the smushes are ready for me to bring back. No, it's not finished yet, but I thought I'd just bring your attention to the fact that if you leave the window open, this message at the bottom here will be refreshed every little while, and will give you a countdown on how the images are being processed, so you can just leave it up and not wait for the email, which I find much more preferable. So I'll just leave it running, and you see it's checking now. It's working through them quickly. I'm going to pause the video once more until it's really finished. Right, well, I've seen the email come through to tell me that the smushing is finished, and you can also see from the screen that I've now got a little pop-up box that's appeared to tell me the same. So I'll just click OK. All we need to do now is to download the images back from the smushed server and put them back to replace the ones on the site. Now, there's a warning that your site will go a little bit slow at this point. Obviously it's going to take a bit of processing. So I wouldn't bother doing anything else on the admin side at the time, and if I were you, I would do this at a quiet time when you don't expect your site to be getting lots of visitors, because they could experience a slightly slower experience as well. But you can see here that progress bar is downloading the images at a reasonable speed. Now, we have smushed this site before, so we're actually not seeing any increase in the compression of these files. There's I suppose there's two ways to look at this. If you don't get much compression, then you can congratulate yourself for creating well-optimized files to start with. If you do get a lot of compression, then it's been well worth it, and you need to think about how you compress your files better when you're creating them, because this principle of putting too much information in the image than it needs to show correctly is not just an issue for your website, it's an issue for everything you put into social media and everywhere else. And I know we have mega fast fiber broadband, but we also have to remember the fact that we also use mobile phones and other things to communicate, and however good 3G, 4G or whatever other G is going to be available, those connections are going to be slower. When you go to your library, I should also point out that you can smush an individual file. So if you upload some new files and you're concerned you want them compressed, you can smush those as well. So let's just jump to the end of this downloading and have a look at that. Okay, so let's upload and smush a file. Here is a random file I just grabbed from my Facebook page, which somebody's thrown up, which is bound to be badly formatted, so it's just some tins of paint. If I click on that, you can see the system is currently smushing. And now if we go back into it again, we find that it's smushed 4% off the file size. It was 117k, it wasn't that big. So that's a file that was uploaded to Facebook, which does its own optimization, and we still squeezed another 4% out of the file. So that's the Smush program. Very useful for cutting down overheads on loading images, and available to all our customers and to anyone else who wants to subscribe to WPMU. Thank you.